Here's a clip from our latest episode of Booked on Rock. Richard James, the author of Rush, 1984 to 2015, Every Album, Every Song. Clockwork Angels from 2012, that's got Caravan, BU2B, which is one of my favorite titles of a song, Headlong Flight, The Wreckers, The Anarchist, and The Garden, which I want to ask you about because that closes the album in a reflective, almost peaceful way. Does it feel like a goodbye, even if it wasn't written that way, but looking
I
back?
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it mirrors the protagonist of the story. He's had all these adventures, he's survived, and now he's taking stock. But it's one of the most beautiful pieces of music because it just builds and builds, and everything about it is right. And you're right, I agree. Although we didn't know it at the time, looking back now, it's kind of the perfect studio farewell, if it's a farewell, because obviously now we've got the rejuvenation of the band out on tour. Will that lead to a new album? I don't know. But if it doesn't, The Garden seems like the perfect final song. It wouldn't work anywhere else on the album. The most of that album is so astonishingly heavy. It's probably the heaviest thing they've ever released.
Yeah. As they get older, they got heavier. They didn't mellow out with age.
And more determined to, yeah, we're old men now. Okay. Have a listen to this.
Yeah.
What is this? There is no sense of treading water. And I think that's what I like especially. They're just relentlessly pursuing something. And also, this was the only album they ever made, which was a concept album. 2112 wasn't the first side, but the other
It's
side's
the
got
first side only. Exactly.
nothing to do with what you've just heard at all. You've got the link of Cygnus X1 into Hemispheres. So that's a concept album. Well, it's a side and a bit of a concept album. Okay, that's good. But then to actually have best part of an hour, was it more than an hour, of one story told with such invention and such power in the recordings. I mean, it's an astonishing piece of work.
So, final question: when you step back and you look at Rush from '84 through Clockwork Angels, what do you think ultimately defines that era, and why should it still matter today?
Ooh, there's a question.
Exploration, a period of exploration.
Constant reinvention and constant exploration. I think they would get bored if they made the same album twice. They talk about some albums being two of a kind. So Farewell to Kings and Hemispheres were linked. Power Windows and Hold Your Fire linked. But it was never a case of, because we've made this, we're going to make it again. We might take elements of what we've been playing and broaden it and go further. But I think it's the fact that I think Geddy said, we're always looking for the better Rush or the best Rush. So whatever we've done, next time we need to do something different. Or if it's not immediately the next time, there will be evolution, there will be change. We'll still be the three of us, but we're not sitting back and being cautious. We're taking things head on. And for better or worse, you'll like it or you don't. We'll like it because we'll release it. But I think they certainly, since the band got back together, that was just an upward trajectory. Vapor Trails started where Test for Echo left off, in that they were absolutely going to make another album and see how it went. Snakes and Arrows stronger, and then Clockwork Angels probably up there with the top 3 albums of their career.
Listen to the full episode wherever you get your podcasts.